Yo, what up? So, I'm gonna have to figure this whole thing out. One of these days, I will make the time to have a sweet, sweet intro. But until that time, I just need to scare you, just like that. It's kind of fun, enjoying to that. Welcome to the April 28th, 2020 edition of Tuesday with Todd. I'm your host. There it is. There it is. It's right there. I'm your host, Todd Downing. How are you? What are you up to today? How are you doing? What have you been working on? What exciting, fun things have you seen today, worked on today, or, done in general? I notice I'm really getting shaggy through here, so I just might have to cut my hair myself because it is really, here I'm not so bad, but here is where it's starting to get crazy at. So I'm going to definitely have to figure that out before tomorrow night because I got to pretty myself up because you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central is the next 5 keys training session. It'll be the next 5 weeks, 7 p.m. Wednesday. And we're going to going over a business plan, from start to finish, getting everything rocking and rolling through there. So that is what we're looking forward to tomorrow night. But tonight we have Tuesday with Todd. And since last Tuesday, we have been, there's a word that I think I'm using right, innuated. I've had a lot of people ask. So, however that one works, I have had a lot of people ask more about how banners and signs work, wholesaling, and they're just not sure because they don't think that they're not seeing the numbers, and they actually need to see it. So a couple of them I typed out this word, whatever this word is, that's the word, but I wasn't sure what it was. It says something, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. So let's get everybody started here. Hello, Christine. Now, Christine, I don't know if the package is going to make it there in time because I was out delivering yard signs today. That was one of the things that we did. We're out delivering those. It started to rain, so I tried to get stuff going, and then I realized what time it was, and I had to get here. So I have not made it to the specialty store yet. So I'm hoping to do that in the morning and then still get it out. I think you're close enough. You should get it on Friday. We'll cross our fingers. If not, we know we're going to have another one of these, so we'll be able to use it from there. Hello, Pilar. And Renee, hello. And Richard, good to see you. And Pilar's mask. She's making masks. You better work. And Christine just finished up doing a seminar for DAX, like literally finished half an hour ago. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, how are those going for those of you that are on both sides of it, presenting and attending? I have yet to do either. It is on my list, but we're going to go to one live, right? Because there's going to be a real one. There's going to be a real one, I promise. There's going to be a real thing coming up. Lisa, our newest member to the OSG family, you did find us. Welcome. I hope that we can give you everything that you want, need, and exceed every expectation. Looking forward to doing everything we can for that. Pilar wore her blinged out milk to pick up milk and got a few potential customers. Awesome. So when we were out and about, Corey had to go. She had to run to the gas station. She grabbed some drinks. The lady in front of her was paying with pennies on drinks and with their gloves on, and then proceeded to use the hand sanitizer in her gloves. I don't know about that. So there's definitely there's some people out there for sure. That's undated, because that'd be inundated. Did I say it right? Whatever. If anybody knows, English is not my first language. I've done pretty well with not knowing how to read, write, or comprehend it. I'm just never good in English class. Man, English is such a hard language. So I got people for that now. Corey being one of them. I use seen in a lot of ways that she hates it. Any of those words that are very common, I totally do that, and it drives her baddies and bonkers. And there's times when I'm writing something and I do it on purpose. She's not watching this, so she'll never know. But I'll do it on purpose just to watch her cringe. It's kind of like a fun little game that I play was watch Corey cringe at Todd's writing. So it's a good time. Let's see, what else do we got in inundated, yeah. See, that's way too tough, right, for me right there. We're sure gonna try, Lisa. We're sure gonna try. Presenting was fun. I was concerned I wouldn't talk long enough because I don't have an audience. I usually plan for audience questions, but that turned out not to be a problem. Yeah, I was wondering because a lot of people, their stuff is built off that audience interaction, and the audience kind of drives which way it goes. If they see that they're losing them, they kind of switch gears and go back to reel them back in. If they're staying engaged and everything on it, they keep going with it. So I was wondering how that would work on that side of things. Hello, Tanya. Uh, let's see what else do we got here. Jerry's making masks by hand. Yeah, I can't do that. We still love you too. Hello, Marcy. And Terry's messing with me. I don't know. That's the thing is I don't know. Oh, she is watching. Hey, I didn't know that. I thought she was out with the kids. Whoops. Sorry. Torture the grammarians. Is that even a word? Grammarians? I will not admit whether or not what bothered me. Well, hey, things that Hub spoke Dutch and German first. English is third language, my fourth, because he speaks math so well. Math. We're going to talk math tonight. I like math, so we're going to talk that. Martha, hello. Pilar is correct. He typed too fast. I don't know. Cheryl, hello. Welcome. And Pilar, you love Corey. Well, I love her too. She makes me smile at times. I guess that's why I married her, right? Yeah, Renee. Totally busted. So we tonight, quick, down and dirty. Let's get this meat and potatoes out of here. I'm gonna try and keep this to like a half hour. That's my goal. No more than an hour. That is definitely a goal. So no more than an hour. I'm gonna keep it to a half hour. Less questions and stuff comes in, and we'll take it longer. But I got stuff to do, and things are coming in, and it's great to sit here and watch the phone go off with notifications of sales. It's a fun thing to do, and we will get there. We'll get you there too. So first thing I'm going to do is I think I can share. Oh, I need to open up this other tab to be able to do this, and then I think I can make everything. I think I can make everything work through here. We're gonna try this first, and it should work. You get to be the test subject for it, but we're gonna find out here real quick. So if then I move this up here, because everybody loves when I'm up there and I'm looking up like I'm looking at the sky. But that's because we talked about that. We haven't moved the monitor thing yet, the thingamajigger yet, so we'll get to it. Now, if we go back up, I gotta go back up here because then I have to share screen, and I have to add a tab, which is going to be this one, share, which, aha, look at that. So now I should be able to do that. I should be able to make this one all big by itself. Okay. So this is we're going to make this nice and big, easy to read. I think everybody should do this. Now remember, I am not the greatest at lots of things, typing in English. How to make money. Okay, right? Pretty simple there, right? Everybody wants to make money. So we're gonna back this up and we're gonna go with signs and banners. Amazing, right? This is like earth-shattering stuff. So somebody said, they didn't understand the concept of it. So we're gonna walk you through this. So your typical 3 foot, it's not typical, let's go 3 foot by 6 foot banner. A 2 by 4, 3 by 6. So that's about average in there, right? So that's 3 by 6. That's what your banner is. You're going to supply that artwork already done. If you need us to help with artwork, we can for sure, but that's an additional cost. But typical banner, 3 by 6. Your cost per square foot. So cost per square, per square foot is $3. Not 4, 3. Okay, so your cost is $3, right? So what's that mean? Well, 3 times 6 is 6, 12, 18 square feet. That's how big your banner is. 18 square feet times $3, because that's your cost per square foot, is going to come out. I should have picked an easier number so I could do it in my head, or did it, or however that works. Is 54. That equals 54. Okay, so that banner is costing you $54. Shipping and handling is $12.99. Okay, so $12.99 plus 54. Total cost of that banner is $66.99. $66.99. All right, with me so far? Now, that's what your banner cost you. Now, I have seen people sell these banners for between let's see, and this was total your cost. So I'm going to put that here, total $69 your cost. I have seen people retail for $5 to $9 a square foot, depending on area. Perfect, right? Totally makes sense. We're good to go with this, right? So we're on here. So now let's do that. If we come back up here, and our total square footage was 18 square feet, right? So at 18 square feet, so 18 times 5, is that right? Wait, 18 times 5, $5 a square feet. That banner you sold for 90. So if you subtract out your total all-in cost of $66.99, what's that? You make $23.01. Yay! You made money. Or EY, right? I mean, that's simple, right? It's simple math. Does that make sense to everybody on how that works? I mean, we can go through a whole bunch of different things, because that was at the low end. I mean, if we want to go the high end, let's do the high end, right? We'll see where they are on the high end. So on the high end, we had $9 a square foot. That's what they were going for. So at $9 a square foot, and how many square feet do we have? Group, anybody? Dealer? We had 18 of them. So 18 square feet, that's a good change right there, right? 18 times 9, not 48. 18 times 9 equals 162. So 162 minus that $66.99. Holy guacamole, it is Taco Tuesday. You're buying around because you made $95.01. Wee, woo, or whatever that is. So something like that. I mean, that's kind of how that works. But do you see how easy it is to make money subbing out? And that's generally how everything works. When you are subbing anything out, what you want to do is know what your all-in cost of it is, know what your market will bear. That was that $5 to $9. You can start high and you can drop down, of course, base it off quantity. If they're going to, say you're at $8 a square foot, $7 a square foot, whatever. And for every 25 they order, or every 50 they order, you're going to drop it a quarter, because there's not much more on your end. You can charge a design fee. So if you have a stock template, then you're just adding pictures, great. Changing names, fine, whatever. Or if you're custom designing for it, charge them the design fee. And you can always waive that, because look at this math. So we're gonna go back to this fun math here. And we'll go back to, we're gonna use the example that I know for sure. Okay. So the example I know for sure was 4 foot by 3 foot. That's what the banners were. Their cost, there's 12 square feet at was 12 square feet at $3 a square foot. There is 36 for the banners. Okay, so 36, what they were for the banners. Ordered 145, I believe. Okay, so we got to do some quick math on that. 145 times 36. So their total was 5,220. And shipping, I think, was like 150. Shipping of 150. All-in cost is 5370, right? 5370. Okay. So 5370 was their cost on it. I believe they sold these at $6 a square foot. So they had 4 foot by 3 foot, oh, not inches, by why? No, there it goes. I'm like, whoa. $6 per square foot, 4 by 3, $6 per square foot. So let's do the math on that. 4 times 3 times 6. That means they sold each banner for $72. Right? Oh, ha, ha, ha. I got to share my screen. Corey's yelling at me to share my screen. So that must mean, you couldn't see it. I need to share my screen. Look, there it is. Yay, there's my screen. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Corey. This is where it usually goes from there. So we'll just jump back a little. Because we're right there. I need to be back up on this one, right? Okay. Now you can see, right? Now you can see. So 4 by 3. We'll start over. 4 by 3, 12 square feet. They're at $3 each. They're 36. They ordered 145. It was $52.20 plus shipping of 150. All in cost $5,370. 4 by 3 banners. They sold them at $6 per square foot. Sold each banner for $72. That's where we came into. So if they had 145 banners at, what did we say it was? $72 each. So do the math on that, right? So times 145, this equals 10,440. Okay, with me so far? So now if we take out their 5370, what are they left with? 5370. They are left with $5,070. Boom. Boom. There. Now, does that make sense? Did I do that right? Does that make sense? Whee! See what I mean? Math is fun, especially when you're talking big numbers. And it was only 145 banners. And they did the artwork on it. They added background, they took pictures, they had stock things that they added to it. But yes, that's what you do. You can do that. So you find a supplier that you work with. And like I said, I'm not the cheapest one out there. I try and help everybody the most, and that's where I feel I add value to it. I just can't compete with it because some of the places, they've got millions of dollars in equipment. I don't plan on getting there. Here's my numbers on it. They still work. You can still make great money off of it. let me go through. If you have a question, I'm going to go through, check this, read this, and then we'll do yard signs, and we'll see where those are at on there. Let's see. Oh, Corey loves Pilar too. Great. Thanks for tattling on me, girls. So Jerry's donating most of her masks I'm making. This is not a way to make money, FYI. Yeah, it's a way to give back. There is nothing wrong with that. Oh, look. Aaron's here. And he didn't even tell me or text me and say, hey, you're on the wrong screen, buddy. So thanks, buddy, for that, buddy. Oh, look, and everybody's saying hi to Aaron. He is super popular. You know what? You are making him smile right now because he loves that. Does anyone change their cost when doing a fundraiser for schools? You absolutely can. So that's what I said. You can say your base price is $8 a square foot for a printed banner. And there's no limit on colors or anything like that, digital pictures, anything. What it's going to come down to when you're doing pictures is quality. If they're not providing you with a quality picture, you're not going to get a quality print. So remember that when doing it. But you can definitely start $8 and say, hey, because you're doing this, I can drop it down to here. You got to remember your cost is $3 plus shipping on it. So like that was 145 banners and it was $150 for shipping. So, it came down because of volume, but there's weight on it. And so you just figure, I think that was right. I think it was 150 for shipping. That sounds about right. I'd have to double check to go look. But you can totally, you know what your cost is on it. If you figure this plus this, you can make money off of it, and you can drop down. Even if you were making, $1 a square foot, you're making off that banner of a 4x3, that's 12. You're making $12 from each banner. You just send it through and go out. So it really comes down to not so much on you can compete because you have less overhead in it. That's when you don't have to worry so much about the margins. If you're only making 25%, you're only making 25%. But if that 25% is a couple $1,000s for putting something through, I'm good with that. And that's why when I sub things out, when we go to big print long jobs and they want 5,000 cups or things like that, yeah, I totally look at the stuff where, hey, I can get this done. I'm gonna make a quarter each one, not earth shattering, but 1,000 quarters is $250, and all I have to do is send artwork in. So you got to start thinking like that. That's how you can do it. Marina wants to, how can you compete with places like Vistaprint? You don't. You just tell them, hey, I'm not Walmart. I'm not Walgreens. These are the things that I can do. These are the prices I have. This is what keeps small businesses running. You sell yourself, and that's the biggest thing. Yeah, they can go online, but what happens when they get the wrong product? What happens if they have questions on how to set something up? Do they have a person that they can call and talk to? Do they have something that will help them with that? 9 times out of 10, they don't. So that's where you come in. That's where you sell your service. You sell yourself, and you sell, you're the biggest salesperson that you have. So you got to sell yourself. You got to be confident what you sell. If you're subbing things out, work with your vendors so you know what you're going to get. And that's the easy way to do it. I just tell them, hey, whatever. It's no different when somebody comes in and says, hey, Johnny down the street can go ahead and get me this shirt for 10 and you're charging me 25. And okay, go to Johnny down the street. I don't care. Here's what my prices are. I'm not going to change my prices to help you out, for this. Now, if you're doing a big volume of things or you're doing it consistently, a consistent job of, 10, 15 shirts every month, something like that. Yeah, we can work, we can work something on pricing, but just coming in for a one-time thing, you're shopping by price, and I don't need that customer that shops by price. I want the customer that shops by experience. So you create that great customer experience, and then the price is kind of irrelevant at that. What size of the banners you made for those were 4x3s, so that's why I knew that example was right there. You do. I don't know what you do, but you do. I did. Thank you for letting me know. Glitchy, I don't know. They're telling me now there's nothing wrong. So I called in and they're like, hey, yo, nothing's wrong. We just kind of said it's fine. I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. I totally understand that. Right before I log in, it tells me I have a 60 upload, and then it still glitches out on it. So, hey, what am I supposed to do? So until they can figure it out, this is what we're going to get. We're just watching you talk. Yeah, well, you could have just watched me talk. What else do we do here? On-demand service, personalized service. Absolutely. Facebook user, no clue who you are. So if you go to StreamYard/Facebook, you can go ahead and give them permission since it's a third party. They're in here so that way we can see who you are. But yeah, on-demand service, personalized service. Yeah, you have to sell yourself. You have to, you're your biggest salesperson. You're your biggest proponent. You are your biggest everything. So you need to sell yourself. You need to understand, hey, This is what I'm good at. I'm good at making sales. The more and more, like Melanie says, we've been working on volume as an on-demand service. Absolutely. That volume is where it's at. And then things like that. The yard signs that we're doing, we went out and delivered them today. And, a lot of them were just like, hey, it's going to show up in the yard. Here you go. So that way they just don't know, and there it shows up in it. But we based off, here's where we offer price-wise on stuff. Here's where we need to be for it. And I see people charging $30 and $40 for a single yard side. Great that you can get that. I personally don't need to make that much, and maybe I should, but I know where my numbers are. I know what I have in it, and I'm making great money at $20 and $25 for personalized ones. Stock ones, 20, personalized ones, 25, out the door, good to go. There's no reason for us to have to charge more than that, and especially, we're trying to help things out here. And a lot of times we're getting, a call or an email that says, hey, our school's not on there. Can you do one with that? Yep, let's go ahead and do it. In fact, before we came on here, while we were out delivering signs, somebody sent us a message that says, hey, can you do this school? We said, yep, we sure can. I said, give me this afternoon. They emailed her back and said it was loaded on there. And within 10 minutes of that email, I seen a sale come through for her. So it was perfect, especially on a stock design. You're just changing colors, you're moving stuff around, and it was good money. So we're going to keep pushing those. As more people get ideas for things, there's ones that are asking about birthday banners, birthday signs, things like that, quarantine stuff since they're in the house, essential workers. Yeah, we're just going to keep pushing it and putting it out there, because right now we have no spring sports. And that's what we are in, is spring sports would get us through here for probably the next 2 weeks. And then that's when we'd start graduation stuff up. Graduation, wedding season for us traditionally started there in middle of May. That got us through to middle of June. Then that's when all of our reunions, summer sports, tournaments, that took us all the way through when school started back up, and we went right back into football and fall sports, fall weddings, things like that, and then right in the holidays. So getting through these next 2 months, we're shelter in place for another 6 weeks. So, hey, we're going to do everything we can to keep pushing things out there and staying in the forefront. And I know we could list, everything that we're doing all at once, but we're not going to. We're going to list it little by little by little by little. I got a request for, as I was talking with Janessa this morning, and as Melanie just said, both of them, for flags. Yep, totally do flags. Let's put that on there. So we're going to do a couple templates. We're going to put that up there. Here, they can go ahead and get it. So we will definitely go ahead and just start adding stuff to it. So any of those any of those flags, the garden flags things are what scare me, because there is a limited supply. It goes toilet paper, paper towels, garden flags. I think that's kind of how it goes, because it's there. They're just, everything is coming from China, whether you like it or not. 99% of the things seem to come from China, and everything's getting held up in shipping one way or another. So you can't guarantee when anything's going to be here, and it kind of freaks me out when I wait on stuff like that. So the flags will be something else that we're going to add. We're just going to keep adding stuff. We're going to have it out there that, and if you are doing anything with sublimation, so your garden flags, your mugs, anything small, anything value friendly. So, 25 and less, great gifts, great things to do. So I would definitely look at those, putting those out. Like I said, the banners, we're rocking and rolling with the banners. The banners are doing great. Yard signs are doing well too. Now, yard signs, we price a little different. Hold on while I take a drink from my Dr. Pepper. So yard signs will be based off, pricing is based off quantity. I thought I had my numbers in line for them, and then my first one, I was off. So percentage-wise, we didn't make much off that first one. But you learn, and that's the thing. It was, by the time I factored in the stakes, which I forgot about, because I quoted them with it, and when I did my pricing, I forgot to click the button and add them in, so that added to the cost. Then my shipping was off. So yard signs we can do the same way. You're going to get, a yard sign, say, the big thing is if it's all a single yard sign or a single design, or if it's multiples. Because when it's a single, you can just go, print, done. When it's multiples of things, that means each one has to get uploaded. Each one has to go in a spot. It's formatting different things. So, that was my problem, is I had priced it as they were all the same image. They weren't. So when they're not all the same image, it just takes more time to set up, make sure everything's good, make sure everything's spelled right, do everything right there. Make sure I didn't screw anything up along the way. So there's more into it. But typically, you're going to get, we did yard signs for somebody with stakes. I want to say they were right about $9 each, and they sold them for $20 each. Yeah, so they sold them right there at $20 each. So they made 11. Factor in shipping, I think they were about 11 to them. So made $9 per. So we can quote that all out for you. Banners are just simple to do because there's not. It's the same. Whatever I link those, I can kick and close for those. But yeah, yard signs, it's the same thing. We're rocking and rolling with those, and we can definitely help you out with that. So I'm going to do everything I can to help you succeed, because the more you succeed, the more I succeed, and that's how this all kind of plays in through here. So where were we here? So yep, Melanie did 50 flags and 30 yard signs, and Melanie has got a sweet she shed that's out there that is her workshop, and she had the signs all in the front yard. It looked amazing, and I can only imagine the people that are driving by saw those, and the light bulb went off. They said, "Hey, I should get one of those." So great job on that, Melanie. Location, putting things out there, that's the way to use it. Great job for you on that. Janessa gifted class of 2020 flags. We have 3 kids and got a bunch of orders within 48. That's how it works, kids. You put the things out there that you can do, and orders will come in. And that's the thing is priced correctly. Let people know, what you're into, what you got going on, and things will work out there. 3 p.m. Thursday, work for you to do some website training. I'll make it work. 3 o'clock on Thursday. Yeah. Send me that invite. I'll put it in there, and we'll be good to go. But 3 o'clock Thursday. I'll ask the boss, and I think we'll be good to go for that. Good to go. I think I've said good to go like 800 times today. TP, paper towels, hydrant flags, then the garden flags. Yep, so right about there. Do garden flags with banner material. It's a completely different thing. That's the thing is you're just doing a banner. Yeah, you can seam it over and run the tape on it, but I guess we could. But you have when you're cutting it down, you have the unfinished edges, and it's actually probably more. Because on a banner, I know what I'm doing that when I'm cutting this down to 12 by 18. So then how many pieces can I fit in this? Then I'm cutting it down to here. I can probably make something work with a fold over on it. But it's, a banner, a small banner versus a garden flag in a different floppability. Yeah, let's use that word, floppability. So the breathability, breathability and floppability, 2 banner words and 2 flag birds, So it's not going to flow as well, but we could definitely do it. But the banners or the little garden flags, the canvas ones, those are definitely the way to go on it. We did the flags in color personalized yard signs for 25 across the board. Not issues anywhere. Yeah, and see for us, we did the 20 on the stock ones where it just says, it says something about a senior. Home of a whatever school, and then senior class of 2020. Then they could do a personalized one where we added their picture and their name to it. So for the signs, we did 20 that were just stock where it was there. We upcharged another 5 to add their picture, change out their name on it. Banners were the same way. 40 and 50 is what we did on those. I do believe 40 and 50 on it. What else? Vehicle magnets, 12 by 24. Yep, we can do magnets. So any printed needs, we can take care of you on. Magnets are one of those things where they are kind of a pain in the rear to do them. So 2 of them, it's okay. Depending on, I think you're at I'll have to, Dax, I will shoot you a message on the pricing on it, because I'm not going to cut off my own neck because I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to say too low or too high. But on volume is where we can really do it at, because you're just going and going and going. When you do 1 and 2 things, it's just like doing 1 or 2 shirts. Yeah, here's your price on it, but the more shirts you do, you can make it go down from there. Isopropyl alcohol. That, my friend, is why when the still gets here, I should be good, because I can make alcohol, and then we'll be good all the way across. How much would you pay? How much will you pay for cut and sew yard flags? So they're just cutting it down and doing it from there. Are they standard white? Are there any kind of canvas or anything with that? I mean, you can get them pretty cheap already. It's finding them is the big thing. Let's see if I can move this out of out of my way. I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. I can move this out of my way because then I can see what garden flags are going for right now. They're only like what, a buck or two each. They're not. They're not. Let's see. Let me go to Sublimation 101, Sublimation 101, and see what their garden flags are going for. And we'll just kick those real quick, and then we'll check Condi's and see what those are going for real quick. Flags, because I don't know off the top of my head. So 13 by 19 flags, 6 of them are $23.94. So $23.94 divided by 6, $3.99 a piece from Sublimation More. Condi's are going to be, let's see, flags and flag. Only returned one result, huh? Flag. There we go. Might help if I typed it correctly. So those are, make sure there's 12 by 18. 12 by 18. $3.55. So about $4 is what you can order them for currently at places. So there's your kind of your starting go-to on that. So it depends on the cost of them. Oh, you'll make them white poly. I can make them. Oh, see, Lisa, I should have just kept scrolling down, and then I would see it there. Look at that. Don't look at JDS. Those are smaller and not nice at all. Ooh. And see, that's the one great thing that I love about our group is we'll give honest opinions on things. If something is not the greatest from a place, we are not going to say, hey, go buy this stuff. No, we're going to say, hey, it's not the greatest. One of the things that I saw today was Stahl's had just the regular face mask. It looked just like kind of how the Bellas were with single ply t-shirt. They said they're from Sandbar. I saw Sandbar had them, and it was some ridiculous amount, like $1,500 you had to buy. And they're just the t-shirt material as all as they were, and that's how they advertised them. That's how they showed when they showed on their video, you could see that they were see-through on it, and that it was just a t-shirt material that was in there. Price was decent on it in there, but I saw people complain about it. It's one of the things. If you're going to buy something, read as much as you can. Do as much as you can, because you're going to buy it, you're going to get it in here, and things maybe not how you want it to. We ran into that with the Bella ones. People weren't sure, and they got them like, these are not what they are. And then if you read, that's what they are. So, do your due diligence on it and make sure you're good to go. Valley said they saw some on Condi this morning. Cheaper single ply were still in stock for $3 each. So there you go. So, yep, that's about what they're going for at those rates. If you're going to cut and sew and do that, Lisa, and then double-sided, you have to make sure that your money is there, or that it's worth your time to do. Check and see what other people are buying them for, selling them for, what people will pay for them, and make sure your numbers work to produce them, because if they don't, then you're working for free, and that's not good for anybody. And Jerry says, as a retired RN, I would not sell the Bella mask. They do not provide any protection. They look like Aberron Robert Bank kind of ish. They get that good style on it there. But yeah, they are what they are. It's just a single ply shirt that's been laser cut out of, and that's it. That's nothing more, nothing less. It's how they're advertised. You have to know that. The big thing was when the CD put something out there that said anything on your face is better than nothing. So having that on your face is better than nothing, and that's what everybody is up in arms about. These are horrible, or I feel like I got ripped off on the price. If you read the description, you knew what you were getting. It was up to you to decide if you want there. If you want to see some of the decorated flags, Aaron has it over there at Pick the Gift. You're good to go for that as well. There it is. And best comment of the day winner right now goes to Renee with Run the Numbers. and then run the numbers again. And if you're like me and Renee, wait till tomorrow and then run the numbers just to be sure that we didn't hit anything wrong the rest of the day. All right. So I said I wasn't going to go an hour. I said I was going to try for 30 minutes. We are at 41 minutes, and we're good. We're good. We're rocking here. Now is the time I ask you. Do you have any questions? What can I help you with? What does this all make sense? Is there anything more questions that I can help with on make you feel confident to sell banners? What is holding you up from getting out there and selling banners for seniors, for graduating classes, for everything? What's your big hang up? Let's go with it, because that's what we're going to do. Oh, man. But while you guys totally come up with your questions, because I'm going to expect 5 questions in the next 5 minutes. We're going to talk about what's upcoming. Tomorrow, we're actually going to kick this over here so I can move this and kick this bad boy in gear. Tomorrow, we have training starting. And if you go to OurSuccessGroup.com, I'm going to pull it up, and you're going to see the next 5 keys. And I should probably share my screen, because that would make everybody super happy if I shared my screen the right way. Apparently, I have a bad habit of sharing the wrong screen. So, application tab, success keys, share. Looky. I'm figuring this out. I kind of am amazing. Sometimes I'm kind of cool. So, as you can see, 5 keys programs. Boom. Success keys to planning for business success. Well, there's a lot of S's in there. Can I buy a vowel, please? So we're starting tomorrow with Determine the Why. This is where it all starts. Legit, figure out your why. This is what you got to do. This will set you on that path to get you headed in that right direction. And that's what paths do, is they take you somewhere, right? Well, if you go the wrong direction, you might end up, in a pot at, a crazy witch's house. You want to keep going in the right direction. So this is going to get you headed in that right way. These are going to be every Wednesday night for the next 5 weeks. Next 5 weeks. Next 5 Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central. This is what we got going on. You're going to have templates. You're going to have worksheets. You're going to have me and Aaron in your ear pushing you through this to get it done. So between determining your why, then we're following that with connecting the people, your goals, objectives, and milestones, your marketing gear for success, and forecasting your way to success. You're going to get all 5 of these keys for $125. So $125 for this. Now, $125. Well, hey, if you need a payment plan, we can do that. 3 payments of $50. Now, Aaron's probably working hard, so he's not really paying attention. But I'm going to drop this for you. Join the membership. Because you see what that was, $125, and you did the payments. You're over at $150 if you do that. If you do the monthly membership program, you're at $50 a month. That's what it's going for right now. You can get the whole year for $299. You see that? $299. And we do the keys 3 times a year. We got the one in the get-go, which is the 5 keys to get your business. I mean, you go from nothing to something. That's the first 5 keys. This one with your business plan, the next one on marketing. Those classes individually, 150, 125, 125, 125, that's $375. You're getting that cheaper here. So, hey, get over here and get the memberships in, because, it's still cheaper. But that's my spiel on that. Totally get it. Totally worth it. And then, as you heard, we have training coming up for ourselves. And once we have that website going, we got something special coming. So I'm not going to talk about that too much right now, but it's amazing. I can't wait to be able to start talking more about that and getting to that next level, because the greatest thing about this is, so we said, okay, we're going to do this. And then we had people say, well, hey, how can we get into more training? What more can you do? And then we build a training program around for them. Here, let's do this. Every month we're going to do some training. Now we're getting people to ask, can you guys do anything with one-on-one, or small groups or something like that? Just because, I just want that here we're together arm in arm, and we're going to do this type of thing. So that's being developed. It's in the works. We have a goal. It was get website done first and then move to that. Website is really close, and then we can move on to that. One of the other things too, if you have not had a chance to go over to Stalls and check out them, Aaron and I were featured on their podcast this week. Amazing, right there with that. So go over to Stalls, check them out. We're talking about the 5 Keys program on there. So definitely head over to Stalls, check that out. Now, I'm going to see what questions we have in here. Because whoever Facebook user is, I don't know who you are because you haven't went to StreamYard/Facebook and said who you give them permission. So FU is what I call all of you guys because it's Facebook user FU. See how that works? Poly deck by the yard is $10 a linear foot, 58 inches wide. So there's math. Figure that out. Renee says totally. That didn't go from there. How do you sell them? Facebook Marketplace where? Oh, wait, for banners. First thing you do, reach out to any organizations that you've done anything with. So right now, spring sports are getting canceled, and you usually did a bunch of stuff for your spring sports. Reach out to those and be like, hey, we can do banners for you guys so you can put it up. Hey, we can do banners for the school. We can do banners for your softball team. We can do any of that. We can do yard signs, to show your support for it. If you have any friends, everybody has friends that you have friends. Hopefully you have friends. If not, let's make some friends. But somebody who has a senior graduating, or know somebody who knows somebody who has a senior graduating. Just put it on your Facebook page. Put it there. Run it on your business page. Share it on your personal page. Put it on as many of the marketplaces locally that you can, and just watch it come in and grow from there. So, Dex, it's okay you were late. I had KP. I don't know what KP is. Kale protection. I don't know. I'll just make stuff up. But Dex, shoot me a message about magnets so that it reminds me when I've been here, I've got a couple things to finish up and maybe a little scatterbrain. But if you message me, then I'll definitely remember it there. Do you have mock-ups we can use to advertise banners? Yeah, I'll make up some mock-ups. I can put some stuff out there for banners and yard signs. In fact, if you go to the Business Basics group, and if you're not a member there, go there and join. There is Sandy, who we did the banners for up there in Cody. She took pictures of them, and she said people can use them. To shoot her message, tell her thank you, do that on there. I asked her, and she said, "Yep." So you can definitely do it for that. Banners, we can get some stuff going for you. I'm actually working on a couple different ones. Kind of those crazy background type things, and see if I can do with that because I got Photoshop. I might as well try and play with it. Apparently, you need Photoshop if you want to do anything kind of fun or whatever. So whatever. Including paperwork on the fabric filter available with research I've done. I'm not giving them any filter fabric. Good to know. What is there? Oh man, there's like everything just bumped up here. Okay. Big Duck Canvas. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. Who your go-to companies for sub-products? Okay, so it depends on what I'm looking for. Two good ones that you can use is you get Condi is always good. JDS, I use a lot of JDS because it's local and I can get stuff the next day. And then Condi is the elephant in the room. They've got everything for everything. So Condi is definitely a place to get stuff from. Sub 101 kind of has that off the beaten path stuff. They've got it there, and you can, the usual will go through. You can go through the website. It'll show you what they have in stock versus what they don't have in stock. So they're decent with that stuff too. With all three of them, I will be 100% honest. I've had issues with all three of them at one time or another. But what it came down to was how things were fixed. Condi, my rep wasn't the nicest when we kind of had a couple words a couple years ago. So I don't use them for a whole lot of stuff. There's another rep that I kind of ordered stuff through in a roundabout way, and it worked out fabulous that way. But hey, it is what it is. Sub 101, I've had a couple things showed up broken. New stuff was shipped out. Quality there. JDS, you find out shipping after the fact, so it's always kind of a guesstimation if it works. Plus, to go through their website is like 37 entries or something I got to do to get in there. And I know Renee showed me that there's another way that we can do it. We only have to go through like 34 entries, but it's still one of those things. But those are those are kind of my three that I go to on it. Reason being that those are kind of my three, because then you have Coastal, you can get stuff from. Uh, who the hell else is out there? I try as much as I like to help other people out. There are some people that I stay away from, just because you don't know when stuff's coming in or when it's not, and if you have an order and you're basing it off that person and their stuff, excuse me, and they're the only one that has it, what happens if they run out of stock? What happens if you can't get it and you already sold an order? So please, 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 if you're going to do anything sublimation, make sure you have the products in hand before selling them, because that can happen anywhere where something goes out of stock and it might not come back in stock. So make sure you have those in hand on there. Using the blue shop towels from Zip sewn into the mess. That's what I heard. Oh, is that Pilar? Because I remember her saying something about the shop towels to me earlier. I saw that those can be used. Okay. Dawn, glad that you finally made it. For the senior banners. So for the banners, no. Banners are the banner material. We can roll those up. Oh, because that was another question that was asked. How do we ship? So if you're printing them, you can ship them in either tubes or boxes. Your line has both. And you just get the box that you put in them, mostly a 4x4 by however length, 30 inches if you're doing 28 inches, whatever. Then you can slide in there. Super simple to do. One of the things, if you're going to do a tube, make sure you put the label on so it rolls with it this way, not this way with it, because then it's a pain in the rear to scan. So make sure you put the label on there correctly. Both those places get it. We do a lot of our recycle boxes where our heat or printed material will come in the 28.5-inch rolls, and it comes in a 30-inch box. So our 2-foot banners roll it nicely and throw them there. So that's what we got for those ones. Thank you. I thought we did. It was one of those where, hey, we're going to try it and see what we do, and I think we nailed it. In fact, that for the signs, the yard signs, we'll use the 4mm Coroplast on those. The company in LA tested them being washed, and even after 10 washes, they retain the filterability with the pocket. Good to know there. Let's see, Kitchen Patrol. Yeah, Kitchen Patrol. I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I dislike signing in. Big Duck Canvas has the poly canvas by the yard. I buy it 10 yards at a time. Good to know there. Is that for yard signs? Which part is for yard signs? Thank you, Army term. See, not an Army brat. Didn't know. Thank you for filling me in. These two are carrying on their own conversation, so we're just going to go with there. JPP Plus, yes, another good place that has it. I've gotten their, it was their panels, and those panels were awesome from there. One entry. I know, right? I am. What else do we have? Yep, I'm FU. You're FU, right? Yella. All right, that's it. We're at 54 minutes. So like I said, I wanted to keep it. Said I was going to keep it under an hour. My voice is starting to dry out. Thank you guys for showing up for another edition of Tuesday with Todd. I hope I explained to you how purchasing things by subbing them out, knowing your numbers, and retailing, knowing your numbers. Excuse me. You can make some serious dough at it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns with that, know where to find me. You can email me, todd@fatdadcd.com. You can find us over at oursuccessgroup.com. You can find me at fatdadwholesale.com. You can find me just about anywhere. We have tomorrow training at 7 o'clock. We have Q&A with TNA making its return on Thursday between 3 and 5, I believe so. So get your questions in over there, and we'll get them answered for you. But other than that, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you guys in a broadcast. I'm getting this.